It's a very good evening to each one of you guys. Thank you so much for coming to our class today, this evening, right? So today class is all about the customer service masterclass, all right? We're going to learn, I think most of you guys are already aware about this customer service, but we're going to learn about our chats and so on. So this is all about it. So we're going to learn about this. So before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Fazidin Zana Abidin. I will be your instructor, your trainer, your coach for this session here today. All right. So hi, coach, hi Shaira. Right. Thank you so much, everyone. We have 74 people here today. Thank you again, guys, for joining us. So this particular class is going to be around less than 2 hours because most of the part in the slide is actually, some of you guys might already aware about it. So this is just more like just to share with you guys some tips, some tricks, all right? Some of the slide also is for your own reference, for your own reading materials. So later on, you have to wait for the feedback form to fill up, okay, if you want the slide. So as usual, let me brief you guys on the class rule first. All right. So basically, these are the 4 class rules that we have. All right. So number 1, questions that you guys ask during the class must related to the class itself. Since that we are talking about the customer service masterclass, so try not to divert too much from the topics. Okay. And if you have any questions, right? If you have any questions that you guys want to ask, you guys can see there's a chat, questions, and polls. So what you have to do, you press on the question tabs and direct your questions over there. Okay. Number 2, guys, please take note that this is not a customer support channel. We are not from the customer support team. We are the trainer team from the education team, right? So our purpose is to educate you guys, to teach you guys, to share with you guys how to use Shopee in a better ways. Okay. Number 3, in order for everyone to get the slide, I'm sure that everyone here want to get the slide, you have to wait until the end of the session to fill up the feedback form. Okay, and then we're going to email the slide to you by tomorrow. Okay, and last but not least, please follow the class rule. If you attempt to disrupt the class session, you guys can be booted up from the webinar, right? So the objective for this particular class, right, because we want you guys to learn how to handle, we want you guys to learn, we want you guys to get to know how to handle all types of customer service related issues, right? And what are the best method and for you to handle it, okay? So in this session, we're going to talk about these all 7 topics here, all right? Seems like quite heavy, but it's actually quite just very simple. So I estimated this class going to be ended around 45 to 50 minutes, all right? No worry, only have 1 hour today. No worries, guys. I'll try to finish up before 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. today, right? So let's start with the first one, which is how to provide excellent customer service. Okay, I think most of you guys already know about it. So this is just like community rules, the do's and don'ts, right? What you should do, what you should not. So number 1, be respectful. Okay, so I saw this actually a lot of time. I saw this in Facebook, right? A lot of sellers keep sharing how they will respond to the buyer inquiries, to the buyer questions. Guys, always remember, please be respectful. Do not use vulgar language. Do not use hate messages. Do not spam. Okay, so be respectful towards people who want to buy from you. It doesn't matter. I know sometimes probably the buyer can be quite troublesome, right? They probably like being rude to us, you know, they use vulgar words and everything. So but you as a seller, you have to maintain your calm, right? You have to remember you are doing business. By you being disrespectful to them, it can jeopardize your business. For them, it's okay, they can find another different buyer, for another different sellers. So it doesn't matter, because there's a lot of sellers that selling anything in Shopee Malaysia. So be respectful towards everyone, okay? Number 2, avoid. All right, avoid collecting and using others' personal data without their consent. For example, their contact details, their photos. You know, I know that all the sellers, you guys will be getting all this information, the buyer's name, the buyer's address, the buyer emails, the buyer phone number. So try not to use this personal data without their consent, right? And you want to use someone identity as your own for credibility purposes. Also avoid using this kind of way. Okay. Number three, maintain an excellent selling record. All right, keep track of your performance and rating. So this one we're going to discuss after this about the chat response rate. So please make sure you guys check and respond to the buyer feedbacks or comments or chats or ratings. All right, so this is one of the best thing that you guys can do. Okay, remember to avoid dishonest description and product pictures. All right, so this can actually jeopardize your selling record. So do not be dishonest. Do not exaggerate your descriptions. All right. Number two, late respond to the buyer queries. This is, I think, one of the most take for granted by sellers. They love to late respond to the buyer queries. Okay. Number three, canceling the buyer's order without informing them the reason of cancellation. Just being courtesy. If you have trouble fulfilling that order, saying that you're out of stocks, all right, it's your fault, so you can just text them, can just chat with them, apologize for the mistake. It's nothing wrong to apologize to buyer, right? It doesn't make you guys lose anything. So guys, go ahead and inform them the reason of the cancellation. Just be honest with them. Okay. Okay, so tips to connect with your customer. All right, tips to connect with your customer, updates of order. Okay, go for the extra mile to teach them how to search for this update as well as using Shopee app. Some buyer, all right, even though they love to buy from Shopee, they still doesn't know how to use Shopee correctly. So you as a seller, you already have the knowledge, all right, you already have the skills. So you can go for the extra mile. Teach them. Teach your buyer. When the buyer say, hey, how do I know where's my product right now? So you can just, hey, you can go check on your phones, you can check under the notifications and so on. So this is all part of the way of you helping connect with your customer. Okay. Number two, speak their language. Let them feel connected. All right. So this is actually one of the best thing. In Malaysia, we can speak any languages. All right. We can do English. We can do Malay, Chinese, Indian. All right. So go ahead. If you know how the language of they're using, you can go ahead and speak with them with their own language. Okay. And number three, utilize the live chat. All right. So this is one of the way for you to connect with your customer. You can just directly connect. You can just directly what we call that live chat with your buyer. If you have any problem, directly chat them. Right. So this is actually one of the best thing. Okay. So how to build customer confidence? How to build the customer confidence? So it started from the customer service experience here. So number one, personalized replies. All right, address their name, their inquiry, make them feel that they are being heard, understood, and appreciated. Yes, definitely. When the buyer chat with you, the first thing that they're going to receive is the auto reply. Correct. So you as a seller, try, make an effort. All right. Ask them for their name. Hey, I know your name. I'm so sorry, Johnny. Can I know what is actually? Can you explain much more in detail what is the problem here? Maybe I can help you from there. Just being personalized replies rather than it's just computerized and templates. Okay. Number two, reply to ratings and comment. All right, reply to ratings and comment. This is another effort that you guys can do. When you guys receive ratings, when you guys receive comment, a simple thank you. All right, this one you can use just template. All right, if you want to personalize for each of the ratings, also can, no problem. If you have the time, go ahead and do this. All right, take this extra miles for you to do. Okay. Number three, follow up with the customer. Okay, you can check. You can check whether they are happy with the order. All right. If you have the time, like I said, if you have the effort and the time to do this, go ahead and do so. Right. When the buyer already click order receive, you will get to the notification about it. So probably you can just, after 2-3 days, you want to do a little bit of follow-ups to get a personal ratings from them. You can just ask them, hey, how is it? Are you okay with the products? All right. I have a little bit of feedback? How so far, how is it going? Right. So this is actually one of the way how you guys can to build customer confidence. All right. So now, how to handle complaints and bad comments. So I think this is one of the most common